Hi everybody and welcome back to Meals of the Week. I hope you've all had a nice week so far. Today is Monday and we are going to be having a sausage and mash, but more of a dinner style. We're going to be having this with some stuffing, going to do the sausages as pigs in blankets, some mash and then also homemade Yorkshire puddings. The first thing I'm going to do is start with the sausages and I'm going to just wrap them in bacon. It is really just that easy. You just have to wrap the bacon around the sausage so it covers the whole thing near enough and then move on to the next one. Once I've finished wrapping these, I am going to put them into the air fryer for around 15 to 20 minutes. For the stuffing, I'm just going to empty what is left in this bag that I've already got in the cupboard and add some boiling water to it and give it a really good mix. Once that's finished sitting for about 5-10 minutes, I am then going to put it into a baking tray and that'll go into the oven for about 25 minutes just to crisp up. Don't take any notice of how discoloured my tray is. I've had this for about 7 years. It is clean. So in each one of these holes I put about a tablespoon of oil and this is going to go into a really hot oven for about 15-20 minutes so that oil is boiling hot, and then I'm going to add in my Yorkshire pudding mix straight into it really quickly and then get it straight back into the oven to cook for about 25 minutes. And this is everything plated up. My Yorkshire pudding got stuck to the baking tray, so it is a little bit broken. This plate is Ayla's. She's got a Yorkshire pudding, a stuffing, mash, 2 pigs in blankets and also some carrots. I've got exactly the same thing but without the carrots, and this is what we had for tea tonight. Tonight I'm going to be making cheesy chicken tacos. So I've already got this taco kit, so I'm going to use what comes in it. I've also got some chicken breast fillets, some cheese, some garlic and herb coleslaw for Ayla, and then I also have these sweet baby peppers. So I've cut my chicken into strips and put some oil in a pan, and I'm just going to use the seasoning that came in the box. I'm not going to add too much in here just in case it's spicy, because that means Ayla won't end up eating it. I'm then going to add in the chopped peppers and give this a really good mix. Once the chicken's cooked, I'm just going to share it out between 4 tacos and then add in the peppers on the 2 that Ayla is eating. I'm now going to sprinkle on some cheese, and as you can see I was having a little bit of difficulty with this because they kept falling over. So in the end I did have to wrap them in like a tinfoil boat surrounding them just to keep them upright. I then popped them in the oven for the cheese to melt. This is how it looks once everything is finished. This plate's Ayla's, so she has a cheese tacos topped with some sauce. Also has some coleslaw, and I thought I'd give her a try with some mixed green leaves. I did put a little bit of sauce on there to try and encourage her to eat it. And then I've got 2 chicken tacos, and this is what we had for tea tonight. Tonight I'm making a quick corned beef hash, and I'm calling it quick because the one I would usually make takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to cook, and it would be a layer of corned beef and a layer of thinly cut potatoes and just keep continuing until you've used it all up. So I've got a tin of corned beef and a pack of baby potatoes that I'm going to chop up, and these are all going to go into a pan. I'm going to start with the potatoes and I'm going to cut each one into half, and if they're a little bit bigger I'm going to cut each one into half and then the halves into quarters. I did have a bit of trouble trying to open a tin of corned beef. The key wasn't actually opening it, and in the end it snapped, so I had to get out the tin openers and open both the ends so that I could push the corned beef out. And then all I'm going to do is chop the corned beef into chunks. Save on time and dishes, I'm going to put my potatoes into the air fryer to soften up. It just means that I have less washing up to do and it speeds up the process. I am also adding carrot in. I wouldn't usually do this, but just to add a little bit of veg in for Ayla, I am going to. So I'm going to cut them into tiny little chunks, and these are also going to go into the air fryer to soften up. In a pan, I've added some oil, and I'm also going to sprinkle in some onion flakes. I haven't got a proper onion, so these ones will have to do. I'm then going to add in my softened potatoes and carrots and just cook it through for a little bit. For seasoning, I'm not going to add any salt because the corned beef is salty enough. I'm just going to add some pepper and mixed herbs in here, and then I'm going to stir in the corned beef. This is it now finished. I am going to add a drizzle of gravy just to moisten it up a little bit, and this is what we had for our tea tonight. Tonight we are going to be having a sausage, egg and chips, nice and easy and quick meal to have. So I'm going to be using these jumbo sausages. We're going to have homemade chips and a fried egg to go with it. So I've chopped up my potatoes and these are going into the air fryer. I've drizzled them with oil, and the seasoning that I have used is paprika, salt, pepper and mixed herbs. What I'm going to do for the sausages is put them into the oven for around 25 minutes. And this is how everything looks once it is plated up. So this is Ayla's plate. I've cut her sausages in half and then in half again. She has a fried egg and some chips and an apple juice carton, and then I've got exactly the same. And this is what we had for our tea tonight. Tonight we are going to be having tortellini pasta with garlic bread, and I also have a tub here of some fresh carbonara sauce that I'm going to add to the pasta. The garlic bread, I'm just going to put it into the air fryer for around 8 minutes. In this pan, I've added a little bit of salt and my pasta, and then I'm going to use the water from the kettle to cook the pasta in. It's a lot quicker than waiting for the water to boil inside the pan. After the pasta is finished cooking, which only takes about 4 minutes, I'm then going to add in the carbonara sauce and let this heat through. And this is everything once it is finished cooking. It is super quick and easy to make. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Meals of the Week, guys. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.